Rick Buckler's legacy as the drummer for the Jam is a story that has touched countless lives and left an indelible mark on the world of music. His impact on the industry and the personal connections he made with fans and fellow musicians alike paint a picture of a life filled with passion, dedication, and an unwavering love for music. Rick's journey began in the town of Woking, a place that would later become synonymous with the Jam's origins. Born in 1955, Rick grew up in an environment that was fertile ground for the burgeoning mod culture of the 1960s. This cultural movement, characterized by its sharp fashion, music, and lifestyle, would become a significant influence on the Jam's aesthetic and sound. As a young boy, Rick was drawn to the drums, an instrument that would become his voice and his means of expression. He attended Shearwater Secondary School, where he met Paul Weller and Bruce Foxton, the future members of the Jam. Their shared love for music and the desire to create something new brought them together, and it wasn't long before they formed their band. The early days of the Jam were marked by relentless practice and a drive to perfect their craft. They were not just playing music, they were forging their identity. The band rehearsed in Paul Weller's bedroom on Stanley Road, Woking, a humble beginning for what would become one of the most influential bands of their time. These early rehearsals were more than just practice sessions. They were the foundation of a musical revolution. The band's sound began to take shape, characterized by Rick's precise and powerful drumming, Paul Weller's sharp lyrics and distinctive voice, and Bruce Foxton's driving bass lines. The Jam's rise to fame was not an overnight success. They played countless gigs in pubs and clubs, honing their skills and building a loyal fan base. Their perseverance paid off when they eventually signed a record deal and began producing music that would resonate with a generation. The band's sound was distinct, blending the energy of punk with the melodic sensibilities of mod music. Rick's drumming was a key element of their sound, providing the backbone for songs that addressed social and political issues, as well as the everyday struggles of working-class life. Songs like Town Called Malice, Going Underground, and That's Entertainment became anthems for a generation. Rick's drumming on these tracks was more than just a rhythm, it was a driving force that propelled the music forward. His ability to blend power with precision made him one of the most respected drummers in the industry. He was not just a drummer. He was a musician who understood the importance of every beat, every fill, and every pause. His drumming was not just about technical proficiency, it was about conveying emotion and connecting with the audience. Rick's contributions to the Jam went beyond his drumming. He was an integral part of the band's creative process, contributing to the arrangement and production of their music. His input was invaluable, and his understanding of the band's vision helped shape their sound. The bond between Rick, Paul, and Bruce was more than just a professional relationship. It was a deep friendship built on mutual respect and a shared love for music. The Jam's success was not just about the music, it was about the message. Their songs addressed the social and political issues of the time, resonating with fans who saw their own lives reflected in the lyrics. Rick's drumming added a sense of urgency and intensity to these songs, reinforcing the message and making it impossible to ignore. The band's influence extended beyond their music, inspiring a generation to question the status quo and strive for change. Despite their immense success, the Jam disbanded in 1982. The decision to break up was instigated by Paul Weller, a move that shocked fans and left a void in the music scene. The band was at the peak of its popularity, and their split was a devastating blow for those who had followed their journey. Reflecting on the split in a later interview, Rick said, "One thing that struck me immediately was how we just got on with it. We spoke about Paul leaving and then we just got back into what we were doing. We immersed ourselves in the recording. We were in a recording studio when Paul made the announcement. We got straight back into work." His words reflected his professionalism and resilience, even in the face of a life-changing moment for the band. Through the Jam, Rick explored various musical and business ventures. He briefly managed bands, ran a furniture restoration business, and even formed another group from the Jam with Bruce Foxton. Although he later parted ways with the project, his passion for music never faded. He remained a beloved figure in the mod revival community and continued to share his experiences through interviews and public appearances. His ability to reinvent himself and stay connected to his roots was a testament to his adaptability and his unwavering love for music. Rick's influence extended beyond just the fans of the Jam. Fellow musicians, both from his era and younger generations who grew up idolizing the Jam, paid their respects. Drummers from various bands credited him as an inspiration, citing his tight, no-frills style as something they aspired to emulate. His impact on the drumming community was profound, and his legacy as a drummer was cemented by the countless musicians who looked up to him. Rick's death on February 17th at the age of 69 following a brief illness was a tragic loss for the music industry. His passing left a void that was felt by fans, fellow musicians, and those who had worked with him over the years. Tributes poured in from around the world, reflecting on his impact not only as a drummer but as a person whose contributions helped shape the British music scene. His former bandmates, Paul Weller and Bruce Foxton, expressed their deep sorrow and reflected on the journey they had shared. Their heartfelt statements captured the essence of their relationship and the bond that had been forged through years of making music together. Paul Weller's tribute was filled with nostalgia and a deep sense of loss. He wrote, "I'm shocked and saddened by Rick's passing. I'm thinking back to us all rehearsing in my bedroom in Stanley Road, Woking, to all the pubs and clubs we played at as kids, to eventually making a record. What a journey! We went far beyond our dreams, and what we made stands the test of time. My deepest sympathy to all family and friends PWX." His words captured not just his sadness but also the nostalgia for their early days when they were just three young musicians with big dreams, honing their craft in small venues before their rise to fame. Bruce Foxton's tribute echoed similar sentiments. He shared, "I was shocked and devastated to hear the very sad news today. Rick was a good guy and a great drummer whose innovative drum patterns helped shape our songs. I'm glad we had the chance to work together as much as we did. My thoughts are with Leslie and his family at this very difficult time." Their shared history, from teenagers playing gigs in tiny venues to selling out stadiums, forged a deep bond that remained even as their paths diverged over the years. Rick's death came after he had been forced to cancel a recent spoken word tour due to ongoing health issues. On February 1st, his team posted a message about the cancellation on Facebook, which read, "Rick and his team want all the fans of Rick and the Jam to know that due to ongoing health issues, Rick has been advised to take a break from touring his spoken word events booked for the first quarter of 2025. Rick has been really touched by the number of fans who have booked to see the shows, but presently he has been advised to rest, repair, and build his physical strength in order to deal with touring up and down the UK." Rick was really excited to bring his updated In Conversation show to life in so many new venues and to both loyal fans and new audiences.